Hello guys, it's Techalyzer here. Recently I made that video about with the reaction for the resume thing where I basically said I don't agree with all that crap with cover letter and personalizing cover letter and modifying the resume for it's all there. I'll link it down in the description. But what do you know? It turns out that I am looking for a job right now, and I wanted to make this video because a lot of people, said, "Oh, that's why you don't have a job. You will never get a job with such an attitude." Well, I don't have a job yet, but I've already had an interview programmed for next week, so I must do something right if I'm doing this, okay? And I wanted to show you exactly what I do. Again, this is less for people looking for a job because I am very sure that each and every one of you, no matter what you do and how you basically act for getting a job, I am sure you are doing the best for your interests. So this is more for employers, just so you can see what I, a future employee, am doing. Because to be honest, a lot of employers, even though, well, some of them are the scumbags, which I'm not even going to talk about. That's a very different category, and their fate is has already been decided, and I'm not going to talk about them. But there's a percentage of potentially good companies that just fail. They just fail the selection process. So yeah. Okay, let's get started. Yeah, I don't have a job yet, but the simple fact that I've been selected for an interview means that someone has actually read my resume, and I talked about the hours of work that go into editing my resume. Here we are. I edited again because, to be honest, I think I had a problem with. Well, these are two things that for my case are not going to impact the way I will behave as an employee, but I can understand why some employers might find this totally unacceptable. And it's the fact that I had my own company for a few years ago. Yeah, and I kind of covered this part, I kind of said it like I was a freelancer or that I worked with a company and I didn't write the name and something like that. And it turns out it's working because I applied before and there were no phone calls, and obviously something was wrong. Okay, so we're starting just to get an idea. So we have all these tabs here above, right? So this is just one single website, and it's one single website after I applied to a lot of jobs a few days ago. So obviously I omitted a lot of these because I already applied to them and I don't want to go for them again because it doesn't make sense. I could have opened them for the video, but since I am doing this, I'm actually applying right now while I'm recording the video. So I opened up all these tabs. There are any way to find out? Wow, exactly 30. Now, this number is way lower than I usually open. I told you partly because I applied to like half of them. So normally if I applied after a month or two of not applying and searching for new jobs, then this would be probably a 60-70 tab window here. Right. So the idea is that out of every single one of these employees, you can see them here. Uh, they're just like this little dot here on the screen, and each of them has the same chances of me applying to. Each of them means exactly the same thing to me. None of them is special, none of them. It's just a case of reading, selecting, applying, or pressing the X on the tab. That's all these people, all that these companies mean to me right now at this moment. Now, you'll also see that this is in my local language. I didn't really bother seeing if I can modify. Yeah, you know, I can. Then does it? Yeah, and I switched the language, but the job ad text still remains the same, so it's bullshit. Uh, the job titles are most of them in English anyway, being that I look for jobs in the IT industry. You can see the web designer, web developer, profile experience on WordPress. A lot of them actually write the ad in English because maybe they're multinational or something. So anyway, we get started. First thing I want to look for is see if there's any salary specified. A lot of them don't specify it, but if they write a certain number here, that is always appreciated because they're basically telling that we are willing to pay more than the minimum wage. So we are looking for requirements. Okay, so WordPress, page builder, creating landing pages, HTML, CSS, Photoshop and Illustrator, coding, some experience in JavaScript, 2-3 years, web design, graphic design, all the bullshit with quick and adapting quickly, being dynamic, going the extra mile, and all that. You get the trainings. Here we go, like a company that doesn't expect you to know everything off from the bat. I mean, it's not a big deal. I've gone through this a lot of times. Even I have trained people, like, you know, for a week or two. If you want someone good in your company, I'm not sure why you wouldn't want to do that. HTML, CSS. I don't know what GTM is. Is it Google Tracking Manager or something? Landing page, performance. Yeah, this is something I could totally do. So again, well, I could search for the company, but what's the most important thing for me is what I can do. And it's a work from home. And they also have a mini interview. So I just apply. Okay, so they are already winning. And then there's this website that employers can add a mini interview. Basically a few questions that you can answer. A portfolio. I wanted to do this, but I don't have a link. I can, so I'm going to have to say, I don't have a link. A portfolio link, but I can, you know, I don't have a portfolio link, but I can give links to websites I've made or modified or improved if requested. So that's okay. So I applied for this one. The full stack, the developer stuff, I'm not very sure because quite obvious. a lot of the titles are deceiving because PHP is one thing and Laravel Symfony is another thing. This is a thing that really gets on my nerves these days because I can totally program in PHP and I haven't used Laravel or Symfony at any point in my life, and I've already built websites, modified them, added functions, built 2 web applications, and I don't even know what Laravel or Symfony really are, to be honest, besides the fact that they are called frameworks for some reason. I don't know. I just open the editor and write code. That's what programming is to me. So this one gets next. I don't even go through the entire ad. They're already lost. Let's see. Reflector Ventures is looking for a full stack web developer with WordPress. This is in English. Proven experience. OOP. There you go. So the job title says, just to imagine the stupidity and level of mental slowness in some of these employers. Full stack web developer with WordPress is the title, and you go through advanced knowledge of JavaScript, ES6+, PHP oriented, object oriented programming. Again, Docker technologies and all sorts of crap that has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with the job title. So I'm gonna give these guys a pass. Then remote PHP, I am MySQL, procedural and object. I don't know. No framework. Thank you. That's what PHP means. MySQL. View Mongo, I have no idea what they are. Wow, really nice salary. So I'm gonna apply to these ones as well. And there goes the mini interview again. A few project. Okay. Oh crap, I really can't show this on camera, sorry. It doesn't have anything to do with me. There are I did a few websites for some basically news websites, and the thing is, at least locally, there's a really tough war between the competition in this industry, in the media industry. So with seriously awful attacks, like a few months ago, one of them reported to Google all the other media websites, including huge media companies, like the first TV station that appeared in the country after the communism fell. Like, there's really huge wars, and it's not a really good idea to have these shown, you know. So I'm basically writing a few sites that I've worked on. Okay, so I applied to this one as well. You have already noticed by now that I'm not personalizing anything. I have my CV written on the job website. What is it called in English? Is it intent? No, it's a cover letter. Okay. There's no such thing as a cover letter for me. As I said, besides like huge companies like HP or whatever, or Microsoft, or these ones, I'm not going to make there are the employers who put these job ads have the option to require a cover letter, and that's when I will put the standard cover letter that the website gives you. You know, I would like to apply for the position of, and I just write the position name and click send, but that's it. I don't edit anything. I don't look for the person's name. There's no person name. That doesn't exist It's actually the first time in my life when I heard that, look for the person who, yeah, these people are out of their minds. No, it's look here and tell me the name of the person. There's no such thing. At least where I live, you don't know the name of the person until you go to interview. And even if you go to interview, most likely you'll speak to someone else, because like these are the employees or the human resources department who put, so uh, there's a very high chance that you won't actually ever meet the person who no, it's just stupid. So I have my CV edited, and that's it. It's being sent to all of these companies. And I don't see why, because here you can check it out here. This is my, why is my name doubled? Okay, that was about me. So I'll say a few words, like I'm passionate about everything that is IT and technology. Along the time, I accumulated knowledge in various fields of IT, like support and maintenance, servicing, developing and managing websites, programming web applications. For the programming part, I know PHP, MySQL, CSS, HTML, JavaScript, Bootstrap, Ajax, with 2 fully functional applications created. I created and modified a lot of sites in WordPress with everything that means, with plugins, managing builders, user rights, and so on. I also worked for IT support, maintenance, knowledge in video and photo editing, Photoshop, Premiere, After Effects, Lightroom, product photography with studio photography equipment, electronics repair, and component level electronics repair. So basically, just a few words, my whole professional life experience from the beginning to now. And then you get the jobs. Bam, 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 bam. That's it. That's why would you need more? Do I get to go back? Okay, so next. Object-oriented PHP and Laravel. Nothing about Laravel. RESTful, API, Vue.js. Nope. Backend developer. REST, SOAP APIs. API between different technologies. C, Java, PHP, not gonna happen. WordPress developer. You should have worked with a framework or toolkit. Well, Bootstrap, yes. Foundation, I don't know. Bootstrap. Okay. Okay, sounds good. Not entirely, but better than. All right. I have applied to this one, apparently. Front-end developer with good level of Angular 2 and TypeScript. I have no idea what those are. If you know what a closure is or scope, doesn't sound weird, you know. PHP developer. E-commerce, OP not, MVC Smarty not, no, a lot of bullshit. You get all these employers who basically put some very different areas of PHP development into the same bucket, when it's not the case. Like you can do PHP just fine without Laravel or Symfony, whatever the hell those are. You can do PHP with those, You can do PHP and JavaScript, and you can do procedural without object-oriented programming, and uh, they're just dumping it into the same PHP developer category. And nope. I'm actually not very sure. No, I can't build. The thing is, I never followed any courses or anything, but I needed an application. I didn't find any commercial or any free one on the internet, and I decided to build it myself. So what I do when I program is I need to have something that works and does this, and I do something that works and does that, and that's the end of story. No standards, no frameworks, no bullshittery. Just doing an app that does what I needed to do. That's it. End of story. And here come all of these weirdos who ask for a million things, and I've spent hours and days building uh, test apps, to prove my skills, and they say at the end, oh well, yeah, the app is working perfectly, but no, because it's not up to standard. Fuck you. Okay, I've had customers who said they were willing to pay for that, just simply because all they can find is applications built by these retards who are so deep into this whole up to standards thing that they end up building crap that doesn't work because they follow all these standards and Laravels and bullshit, and they forget about the simple fact of, okay, I am trying to do something that does this correctly. That is something that is almost completely missing from the programming world today, as far as I'm aware of. I don't know why this is a thing, but I don't want to be a part of it. Okay? I want to have the customer say, hey, listen, I want an app that I can use to, I don't know, manage my collection of 5,000 books. Okay? Give me something that works. And I provide to the customer a solution that works. I don't think it should be uh, any different from this. I'm not very sure why why this isn't a thing. I mean, I don't think you hear anyone with everything, with a phone, with an app on the phone, with a program on a computer, with a game. I don't think with a game. I don't know. I don't think you hear anyone. Yeah, I have Minecraft, but and it works and I play it, but I'm not very happy because in the background it uses I don't know what library, and I've searched on Google and it should actually use that library, and it has 500 lines of code instead of 400. I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that's a thing. The customer opens it up, sees if it's working. If it's working, that's the end of story. So I'm I don't know. But I'm searching because every once in a while you get a mentally sane person that asks for an actual programmer. Yeah, REST apps. I don't know about you guys. I have been programming PHP now for about 9 years. Dozens of websites, a few web apps. I have no idea what REST apps are. Never needed them. Why you would need them, I don't know. Full stack developer. Yes, Java, Angular, and you can already see that they're going bam, 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 bam. They're completely out of yeah. HTML, so okay. Experience with go to hell. Yes, I remember I applied this. So there's remote. interview for PHP developer. You receive a mentor and the necessary time for learning. There's a very... Yeah, see, there are not much requirements, which makes me think that they are looking for someone serious. Okay, support engineer. And you'll also notice I apply for different things because I can do multiple things. Okay, I am not brain limited in any way. I can do IT support, I can do electronics repair, I can do programming, I can do website development, I can do a lot of stuff related to technology because I don't know. I mean, I never wanted to do this. It just comes with the passion for computers. For it's all in the same package. I mean, I don't understand people who are a programmer but they can't install a hard drive. That's unacceptable for me. Bullshit. Uh, IT, not so blah blah. Talk on the phone, logging to software, share document, troubleshoot software. Yeah, they don't seem to ask for much experience. Let's see what full stack engineer means. Oh my god. Okay. Programmer analyst. What the hell is HGSGBD? Technical support. To have knowledge in the field. What field? For we don't have the company name. Oh, electronic payment. Yeah, this whole thing with confidential company name sounds like there's something really wrong, since almost none of the employers choose that. So I'm gonna choose to SIG IT. Bullshit. Same with Linux. I am completely capable of doing anything in Linux, but they are asking for a lot of bullshits, and not necessarily bullshit, but they're completely unwilling to train someone for like 2 weeks, and that's training. It's not like they should make courses or anything, just to have someone there that they can ask a couple of questions each day. So that's it. They don't accept it. They want you to know everything right on the go, like some kind of mobile encyclopedia on 2 feet. Strong. I have. But this here, this is like 10 jobs into one. Give me a break. Backend. JavaScript, Node.js. IT manager. See, they say nothing for German, advanced English and German. What morons! What morons! This is for agricultural machines. And the last one, electronics. What kind of equipment? I already applied for a job as an IT guy for these guys, so they're actually the ones that I'm gonna have an interview with. So yeah, that was the applying session. So you have noticed that there is absolutely nothing else except either rejecting because of various reasons or applying. That's it. I don't get to look up who you are. I don't get to no, we're not having a virtual beer. I'm not customizing anything. I just hit apply or close, 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 apply, apply, close, 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 apply, close, apply, close, apply, close. That's it. That's all there is to it. And then I'm expecting emails or phone calls. It's stupid and simple. Yeah, the landlord was calling to get the second half of the rent because we didn't have the full amount when the rent was due, and we got delayed for a couple of weeks, which gladly works just fine. You know, we found a man who understands people's problems. I've been to UK too. It's not really like there. I think in other countries they're mostly like real estate companies. A lot of rents here are paid to actual persons. You know, you have an apartment, maybe you move to a bigger apartment or to a house, and you just keep it and get tenants that pay you rent. That's how most of the rents are paid here. So obviously, you know, it's like talking to one person to the other, you know, with more or less the same problems and lifestyle. I have noticed while I was in the UK that I was speaking speaking with the landlord was more like speaking to a boss rather than another fellow human being. So I'm glad I left UK. It's not a place I enjoyed living. Not to mention the recruitment processes that were, yeah, not applied to about 2,700 jobs in 10 months and didn't get anything. So yeah, so basically that's what it is. I have my CV. I told you that's how it works. And now I'm waiting for calls or emails for interviews to be scheduled, and it works just fine. I get called, I get contacted by the people I would like to work for, and those that I don't want to see in my life, just I either reject them or they reject me for not having a personalized resume, and that is just fine. So what I'm saying is just basically that this works. Quite obviously it wouldn't work for the jobs that some people want, but again, as I told you, it works for me for the jobs I want. That would be all for now. Thank you and see you next time.